It's time to revisit gold and roll a position. This is 5 Minute Futures sponsored by CME Group. Let's get into this week's trade. We're revisiting last week's short put spread in gold futures, ticker GC, specifically October contract GCV6. The original trade was the 42.35, 42.30 short put spread here. Sell the 42.35, buy back the 42.30. The spread was sold for $1.40, and right now it is trading in around 50. That means the trade has given back at least 80 cents. 90 cents a premium, or about $90 per spread, because GC is a 100-ounce contract and Wolf Point is worth $100 here. So this is a good outcome. I was able to get out at 60 cents here for my original 140 entry, so 80 cents profit. That's more than the 50% decay here. We were looking for at least a decay down to 70 cents right now. And so the trade did capture a little bit more than original of that half the credit here. So when a definer spread in such a quick time frame gives you that much premium decay that quickly, the clean move is just to take profit and move on here. You're not trying to sit around and collect the last 60 cents just because the original thesis looks good. So the old trade worked. Close it. Now the question is, what comes next? And gold prices look like they're breaking out here. A lot of this has to do with what the Treasury is doing right now to manage the liquidity at the long end of the yield curve. But if you've noticed over the past several weeks and months, every time the 10-year yield gets in that 4.7, 4.75 area, something happens. A memorandum of understanding, a ceasefire, a yen intervention, and now this week, this program to basically improve liquidity in off-the-run treasuries at the long end of the curve. Now, look, there may be a legitimate reason for that. Dealers holding these illiquid securities can't operate at the long end of the curve the way that they want to. And so by helping them clean up their balance sheet, so to speak, there could be a little bit more activity there in what's typically an illiquid time of the year. But the administration here is basically telling us that they're moving closer towards trying to keep yields controlled. Why? Besson himself yesterday, the Treasury Secretary, did note that, of course, that the yields are detached from underlying fundamentals. So he has a level in mind right now. What does this mean, though, for the broader market, for broader asset prices? If they're going to be fixing rates or attempting to keep rates pinned at some portions of the curve, there needs to be an outlet for the market to re-rank risk. That usually comes via the currency mechanism and then for scarce assets. And so scarce assets have been on fire this week. It's one of the reasons why this GCV6 trade worked out so quickly, is because gold has exploded to the upside, getting close to 46.70 now here in the futures market. But it's not just gold, it's Bitcoin, and bonds are continuing to melt down here right now. So we want to stay with the gold position. We want to look for something different to capture this move. On our charts here, we can see that the level right around 4,500 was a ceiling of resistance up until we got that bullish engulfing bar on August 19th. The pullback that we had on August 20th produced a low of 45.06, and then we continued to run. Gold's been holding to its 1-week moving average right now, and it's breaking that downtrend that we had from the January all-time highs and the swing highs that we had here back in May. So a gold breakout looks like it's in progress. Volatility is creeping up along the way, which if you traded gold or silver last year, you know expanding gold vol was one of those things that was a contemporaneous indicator for higher gold prices. So there's a few building blocks right now that suggest that this rally could run. It could be the technicals, it could be the volatility, it could be the fundamental narrative here. So we want to stick with 34 days to expiration. The new trade here is going just below that 4,500 level in this GCV6 contract here. Sell the 44.75, put buy back, or excuse me, sell back the 44.75, put buy back the 44.50. So this is the roll up. We're widening out from $5 to $25 because this market seems to have momentum right now. And this spread here is bringing in $25 wide strikes, which means we're looking for at least a third, which is about $8.33. This particular trade brought in about $8.30. And right now, if you were to go put that on yourself, you'd be looking at a similar risk to reward profile here. So on a $25 wide strike, GC futures are a $100 product. So a point is $100. The total width here is $2,500. This is a little bit of a bigger trade. And so that means the max credit received is $830. Before fees and slippage, you're talking about $670 worth of risk. But it is at a 71% probability of profit. So we can risk 2 to make 1 with a greater of a 2/3 probability of happening. I like that. That seems like a good, math for me. So the concept here is just rolling a winning trade with a still valid thesis. Gold last week looked like it was bottoming and continuing to pressure to the upside. This week it looks like it's breaking out. There's a difference between a good roll and a bad roll, of course, right? They're not rescuing a trade here right now. We're not trying to roll a position because we still think the thesis is valid. It just hasn't worked out on the time horizon that we've expected. The breakout has occurred. The breakout looks like it keep going. We want to be able to milk this trend for more than it's giving us. We could either look for decay at $8.30, or we could stick with the old position and look for a final 60 cents. I know where I want to take my chips and put them right now. So the 44.75, 44.50 strike, those are separate decisions. They're based on the technicals we're seeing here, where gold vol started to break to the upside, when this event risk on the calendar started to pass. So last week's GC V6, 42.35, 42.30 short put spread worked. It was sold for $1.40. It's trading at 50 cents now. I took it off at 60 cents. It got through the 50% profit threshold, which is the typical short premium threshold that you look for. When you get there, you take the money, you move on, you find a new opportunity. So we're now resetting. We're resetting to the 44.75, 44.50, collecting the $8.30 in credit here, risking $16.70, break even of 44.66.70 right now. And this just says that gold stays above the support zone and the breakout zone that it put in this week. And we can ride this down to 50% decay, and we can move on to the next trade.